91ο podcast. Ούτε η μάνα μου δεν θα το ακούσει. Έχουμε μαζί μας τον Fez. Fez, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm good, thank you, George. How are you?
I'm very good, my friend. I'm very happy to have you here with me today to record this podcast. I hope people will enjoy. As you know, I did one more with Dennis a few days ago. Fez, my village is Galissas. Galissas is in Syros. Syros is a small island in Greece, and we are 8,200 kilometers from Galissas. I hope, man, I wish you that one day you will go to Galissas.
I hope so.
You hope so too? Okay.
It will happen.
I will show you. I will show you some pictures a bit later. Okay.
Awesome. Thanks.
Okay. Good. My friend, a lot of people have no idea what apartheid is, what township is, because, you know, in our books, in our history books, to be honest, I don't remember that they mentioned something like that. I don't remember that was something was written there, and took my attention to read a bit more about this. So when I learned or when I heard about apartheid, I think I was an adult. So do you want to tell us a bit more about what apartheid is and what township is?
Okay, yes, for sure. First of all, thank you for having me here. And I hope people are going to learn a thing or two. But as far as apartheid and as far as townships are concerned, I will be more qualified to speak about the township because that is what I grew up in. And as far as apartheid is concerned, I was born after apartheid. So
you're the lucky one.
They call us born freeze here. So
oh, really? Okay.
Yes, that's the term. And I use inverted commas to say born freeze.
Okay.
I was born 1999 and apartheid ended in 1994. So I not just missed it, but I missed it. But you still very much see the residues. So I know apartheid's not only in theory, in our history classes and all, but you see apartheid even in amongst ourselves. Because if I didn't grow up in apartheid, why do I know what it feels like to be called the K word? It's I don't know if I can mention it on your podcast.
Yeah, you can.
It's a derogatory term, kafir. If apartheid is a thing of the past, why do I know what it feels like to be like isolated economically? And I underline economically and I put exclamation points because it's very, very urgent and it's very, very serious. And people don't know the seriousness of it because apartheid no longer exists officially, but it very, very much exists in people's minds. And you can see it, man, around here. It's as if, especially in Cape Town, unfortunately, because it's such a strong system. It was recently recognized as one of the most sophisticated forms of oppression. And you can see it in people's minds, where like a lot of black people here in Cape Town in particular know their place, you know? And it's like everyone has agreed that, well, obviously not everyone. There are a few exceptions and that all depends on access. The few that are lucky enough to access educational materials, the few that are lucky enough to know that their voice is just as important. Those are the lucky ones, I would say, not necessarily just the born freeze, because a lot of us have subscribed to that idea that came with apartheid, that white is superior and black is inferior. So I won't speak much on the technical stuff on doing apartheid. I only read. And that's as much as I can do because I never existed in the time. But yes, I'm sure a lot more people will be a lot more qualified to talk about apartheid. But the township, as far as the township is concerned, that's where I can say a thing or two. So I am as you know, George, I'm a playwright and director. I'm in theater, so I write a lot of art and I write a lot of theater. And in my writing, there's a lot of research that goes into my work. Oh, and what a blessing and a curse it is to be, I won't toot my horn, but to be conscious, man, you know, to actually see and feel, not even to see, feel all of that we research about. As a theater maker and as a black Xhosa person, I'm very much affected spiritually and in the body.
I can imagine.
So it goes beyond just now being research. It's like, how do I interact with George? Because George is like, is on the other side, is like, he's traveling. We envy George and them, but we do know that we have to separate the individual to the institution. And those of us that are lucky enough and wise enough to think that way are able to exist. Okay. So I'm not angry at white individuals. Just not a lot of us aren't angry at white individuals. It's just whiteness and the white institution and what it's meant for us, like in contemporary times right now. This economic divide is not a coincidence. It came with a system that was created, which is apartheid on a bigger scale, the colonial project. The townships, however, as I was saying, I live in the township, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to start, to be honest with you.
Can I ask you something?
Please.
Do you see white people in townships?
Oh, no.
No, zero.
In fact, there was a white family. We do get poor white people everywhere. There was a white family that came to live in Langa, and that created such a spectacle.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, because it never happens. So when it did, it was like, what? But I think they're still there in one of those informal shack settlements.
Okay.
And I think they're living with the people, but it's like, it's so rare that it's so taboo, it's unheard of.
Okay. I remember that you told me something that surprised me, that your family is somehow connected with Nelson Mandela.
Oh, yes.
You're smiling a bit more now, huh? Do you want to tell us a bit more about this?
Okay. I'm sure some of the listeners have heard people refer to Nelson Mandela as Madiba. So Madiba is Nelson Mandela's clan name. So it comes from the Madiba clan group. Ongolomsilo Zomo. And I too happen to come from the Madiba clan. And in fact, a lot of people from Golanga refer to me as Madiba because we do that a lot sometimes, where we refer to each other as clan groups. For instance, if you go to any house where there's a ceremony that is run by a family within the Madiba clan, I assume family responsibilities and privileges, even if I've never seen that family my entire life. So that's how serious we take things of Ndabayo. It's also we call it Izitogo. So clan names are quite important to us, and it's what roots us actually as Abel.
Okay, thank you very much for this. I want to ask you, what do you love most about South African culture or your local community in the townships, etc.?
Oh, okay. Well, I love South Africa so much because of how the potential is. If you come to South Africa and see how vibrant a people, how much we've overcome so much, and not even just overcome, we're still living in traumatic times, but in all of that, we choose to laugh at our humor sometimes, it's almost unbelievable. But what can we do? What choice do we have? You better dance in the rain or
Indeed.
You're going to drown.
That's the spirit, my friend.
So, yes, South Africa is such a beautiful, vibrant country. There's so much to offer. I wish our people could consume a lot more of what we have than what we do, but it's okay. We're going to get there. But we're such a vibrant people. We're connected by sports a lot, by art and culture. It's a beautiful scene here, very diverse country. Yes, and our favorite things for some reason is the Springboks. We love the Springboks.
So what's a typical day for you? For example, living in a township, maybe going from there. I mean, most of the people they take some buses, right, to come to the city center to work.
Oh, okay,
is that correct?
Yes. We don't call them buses. There are buses.
There are buses,
but we take taxis, and our taxis are mini buses.
18
seaters.
18 seaters.
So
okay.
go to taxi ranks. That's where all the taxis are, all of the different destinations around Cape Town or around the province, in fact. And then you just choose where you're going. So I wake up in the morning, put my kettle on, and then throw the water in the tub, wash, go to the rank, and then from the rank, I choose the taxis going to Cape Town. So from Cape Town, it drops me off, and then I walk to Church Square. I wait for George and them, my very good friends from around the world, and then I go around eating, and then at the end of the day, I will run back to the taxi rank in town, and then I choose the taxis that are going to Langa, and then I choose the stop that is closest to where I'm going.
Okay.
And then I have time for my family and friends.
Okay. I just want to mention that I met you with Dennis, that you were doing the food tour.
Yes.
So we enjoy several hours of eating together. So that brought us a bit closer.
Time of my life.
So we love food a bit, right?
Oh, I love food.
Yeah.
You love.
What is your favorite food here in South Africa?
Oh, you wouldn't believe. Did I tell you?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
A lot of people don't really particularly like my favorite food, but I love South African food. In particular, tripe. Do you know tripe? Inside, not the intestine, but the part of it.
Okay.
I love tripe. With some, we Xhosa people rather bake our bread. Rather steam our bread as opposed to bake it. So tripe with a bit of steamed bread or some sheep head.
Okay.
I love some sheep head.
That was a nice break. I'm gonna go back to the township. I have seen, Danny showed me a picture of people queuing to take this taxi/buses to come to any other point that you have to work. So, and he told me that sometimes you need to wait 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
So you need to wait. So you spend 2 hours of your life sometimes just to wait for the bus, for the taxi, let's say.
Correct. So the taxi operates in a way that the taxis, especially in the taxi ranks, they have to fill up before they continue. So if the taxi, for instance, isn't full, and if your destination isn't really popular, then it isn't going to fill up in quite a while. So it can happen that you wait for 2 hours for people, first of all, to arrive.
Okay.
And 2 hours more before the taxi starts traveling.
Okay. Interesting. What are the questions I have for you, my friend? What are some challenges that you have faced growing up and living in South Africa and specifically in Cape Town?
I think more than anything, it's just access to all of these things like medical care. It's quite expensive unless you go to public facilities, which are underdeveloped, and the queues once again are quite long. So I think that's a huge challenge. And another one is, I don't know. I feel like as far as education is concerned, I feel like we are being pushed aside once again, because education has become a lot more expensive, and we are told that it's the key to success, but it seems to access that key to success, you have to break your back. And even then, a lot of people that have graduated are still left without jobs. So there's very little, not that there's very little hope, but it's as if the system is working against us. And it's not that people don't want to do the work.
They want to study, but it's not that easy.
It's very difficult to study. And when we finally do, when our mothers sell their whatever jewelry or houses and manage to make the money, it's very difficult to get your degrees because it's quite expensive. And even when you do get your degree, you have to compete with people that have already been in the industry because they've worked with their uncles and dads, because their uncles and dads own businesses. Okay. So when people expect certain years of experience that you don't have, and then you're expected to then take jobs for very little, and even then we have to pay back loans, bursaries. So you find that you have to look for jobs that you didn't really want only because you want to pay back loans. So that becomes the rest of your life then. So it's as if the system is working against us.
I have to tell you that we are facing the same problems.
Okay.
Some people maybe in Africa believe that, maybe in the West countries or in Europe, things are ideal. But yes, I have to tell you that we are facing exactly the same issues. Maybe not that level, maybe not the same level, but yes, we have similar issues as well. How has Africa changed during your lifetime? Do you see any positive impact the last few years, for example?
So when you say my lifetime, you mean the past 26 years?
Yes.
So it has changed in a way that, a lot of people that believe in an African Union, a Pan-Africanist idea, a lot of us are emerging, and a lot of us, becoming a lot more bold. Our parents or the generations before us really don't want to disturb the peace or this illusion of peace, so they'd rather take what is offered here, because it's a lot better than what apartheid was, and which honestly speaking, to give them grace, makes sense. But now we are a new generation that asks the questions. I wish we were a reading nation. I wish we read more. And but yeah, all things are getting a lot better, and we are like emerging in all of these different industries. I wish that we were just backed and funded more, but it's okay once more, because we've always made a way, and we will this time around too. So yeah, there's a lot more hope.
Thank you, my friend. And what do you say to someone that wants to move here, or maybe just visit? First of all, to do the food tour, the first day.
Yeah, I would say definitely go through the reviews. The reviews won't lie. It's a very beautiful experience. We'll introduce you to the city through food and the culture, all that Cape Town has to offer. And yeah, please do come to the tour if you are able to. And if you're thinking of coming to South Africa, what advice would I give to you? Plan to come for longer than a week. I don't think a week is enough here in Cape Town.
Indeed, it's not.
It is not enough.
I need to come back for sure.
So much to do, and the people here are nice, and the squirrels are running like we're in the company's garden now, and they are like squirrels and pigeons just flying, and it's like, well, not the squirrels, but the pigeons are flying, and it's such a beautiful day. We're on the backdrop of Table Mountain. The sun is out. It's a beautiful city. So
Indeed.
Do come to Cape Town. Do come to South Africa generally.
Okay. Do you want to, just to conclude, do you want to say something to the people that listen to us? Some of them are maybe 9,000 kilometers away, or maybe 10, or maybe 15.
Okay. I want to first of all say thank you, George, for allowing me the opportunity.
Thank you, my friend.
A platform. Sometimes we think of these stuff, but we don't know where to just let it out. So it was quite therapeutic for me personally. So thank you. And to the viewers, I hope you listen knowing that this is my opinions, I guess. And it's from a particular perspective, with all of my demographics and all of my positionality and all of that. And it's my honest opinion. And I hope I taught someone something. If not, I don't know. George will have to call me back.
I will come back.
Awesome.
Or you will come to Europe.
I hope so.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much.
Thank you, George.